Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. Give me a call tonight, 412-575-2600. And that open is exactly right. We have a lot of things to talk about. First and foremost, we'll talk a little bit about Sidney Crosby. He might have a big decision to make here in the next few days. Should he get surgery? Shouldn't he get surgery? Well, according to The Athletic, Crosby is dealing with a sports hernia. So if he would get surgery, he would be out 4 to 6 weeks. Do you do that now? You do that after the season? That's an injury you potentially could play with and deal with the pain, try to manage the pain, whether it's cortisone shots, whether it's days off. If you remember, Mike Mitchell of the Steelers had something similar. I'm sure there's other athletes that have dealt with it. And if it did happen in training camp or sometime in the off season, Crosby's been dealing with this for a couple weeks now. And if you read Rob Rossi's article, Rob Rossi's report, his story, talking about Crosby has been dealing with this for some time now, and he didn't want to have surgery or miss time, and he was dealing and playing with this pain and playing through the pain because the Penguins were missing so many guys. Of getting Malkin, now Patrick Hornquist is out, so they had so many injuries, guys in and out of the lineup. That would be a tough time to lose Sidney Crosby. So now at this point that if getting Malkin is back, do you try to go through the next 4 to 6 weeks without Sidney Crosby? Now, if I'm the Penguins, I would be pushing him. If this is the case and this is the injury, I would be pushing him to have the surgery now. Because I think the Penguins could hang in there until, say, January 1st. Then all of a sudden the new season starts. The Pens potentially could be, if you're in striking distance of that 8th seed, that's not a bad thing. You just try to play 500 hockey until you get to that point where Crosby is coming back, and then you're back to what you think this team can be, what kind of playoff team this is. So that would be my opinion. But, if you try to play with something like this and it lingers throughout the season and you manage the pain, but maybe you could aggravate it a little bit more and it gets worse, and then you're forced to have surgery in, say, March, now you're out. You're not going to be playing in the playoffs. So I think you need Crosby in January, February, and March, or even February and March if you're looking at it that way. Maybe you can get a couple more weeks, or you could try to figure it out. But I would try to get it done as soon as possible, because then that's when that 4 to 6 week clock starts. You don't want that to start now, then, say, February or March, because now you're in jeopardy of missing the postseason. And if Crosby's missing the postseason, then the Penguins aren't going too far in the postseason. In my opinion, that's almost like Ben missing the postseason for the Steelers. Now, he's not playing in the postseason. The Steelers are playing pretty well right now, well enough to win games, well enough to win 4 straight games. But the Steelers with Ben compared to the Steelers with Mason Rudolph are a totally different team when it comes to postseason football. So I'm not saying that the Steelers can't do anything in the postseason. I just think that they have a better shot at doing something in the postseason with Ben being the veteran than a first-year starter like Mason Rudolph. Now, maybe next year, the year after is a different story with the Steelers, but the Penguins would be in that situation. You want to have your captain, you want to have your best player in the playoffs when it starts come the middle of April. So that's a decision the Penguins will have to make here soon. If this story is true and the reports are true, and if that is in fact, the injury for Sidney Crosby, I'm sure we'll find out more when the Penguins practice again, and they play Friday is their next game, and that's in New Jersey. So maybe we know Sidney Crosby isn't playing that game, but maybe they'll update something, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, somewhere in that timeline about Sidney Crosby and what the future plan is for him moving forward. All right, we're taking your phone calls tonight. 412-575-2600 is the number. We could talk about the Pens and Sidney Crosby and what would you do if you were the general manager, if you were the owner of the Penguins. Would you try to force him to have surgery? What would you do if you're Sidney Crosby? Would you try to play through the pain? I want to hear from you guys. Also, Steelers' chances in Cleveland tomorrow. Joe Hayden showed up on the injury report today. He was sick today. We'll know more about this tomorrow. We're headed to Cleveland tomorrow morning. I would imagine that this is, even if it's kind of like a flu type situation, that I don't think that it's going to be something that's going to keep Joe Hayden out of tomorrow's game against his former team. All right. Also, the good news is the Steelers need to get the running game going again, and James Conner could be the answer for that. So 412-575-2600 is the number. Back in 2 minutes.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.